Hey guys, welcome to a very special episode of Big Beautiful Badasses. I am so excited for this episode because I have Brimstone with me. I met him on Clubhouse and oh my gosh, like the minute he agreed to come on my show, I did a little happy dance. I am not going to lie. I was at my 9 to 5 happy dancing about this. So thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Oh, it's my honor and privilege, and finally, I gotta say, finally, Brimstone has made it to the Big Beautiful Badasses podcast with Kim, and we're gonna have a good time. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for everything you have to throw at me. What's shaking? What's popping? What are we doing? Let's do it.
Well, before we get started, you guys, you know I work hard for the money and I keep myself caffeinated. That's the only way I survive. So if you want to support this broadcast, please go to buymeacoffee.com/slash this fat girl life. That is where you can support this. It's $5 to buy me a coffee. That is cheaper than what you're going to get at Starbucks. And it keeps me caffeinated. And by following me there, you get the tea. You find out everything first before anybody else. So definitely check that out. Now, a little bit about Brimstone, you guys. This man does everything. He has been a professional wrestler. He is a radio host and podcaster, actor, voice actor, philanthropist, food critic, horror model, comic book critic. I mean, the list goes on and on. But who are you outside of all of that, Brim?
I'm just a nice guy. I'm a husband. I'm a dad. What do you call it? For the most part, Brimstone is. I'm Brimstone 24/7, and at the end of the day, I try to just be a good person. So when people say, well, who is Brimstone? Who are you? I just try to be a good person. Somebody who works hard and is looking to leave a good and a positive legacy for myself and my family. For once I'm gone. Hopefully that makes sense.
Oh, that makes perfect sense, and I absolutely love it. Now, I mean, obviously, I'm a bigger person. You're in a bigger body. Everything that you've accomplished, did you come across obstacles doing that in a bigger body?
Well, it's crazy because people like to pretend like there's no stigma against bigger people, and you know I I've seen it many times, even as a pro wrestler. The fact that I'm not a cut up guy, somebody with a six pack, or my arms weren't. I have huge arms, but they're not cut. They're not. The fact is people look at you. Oh yeah, what, you're a wrestler? Okay, whatever. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, and as a big guy, that's what wrestling is. Back in the day, before people started, either hitting the gym like nobody's business, or using extracurricular things in order to get their bodies like that. All the guys used to look like me. That's how the boys used to look. So, it's funny and it's comical when people look at me and say, well, you don't look like that you could have wrestled because you're not cut up. It's like, you're the same person that looks at a guy like Mick Foley, who is also a big, guy, and
Mm-hmm.
is a heavier guy and not a muscular guy. We're strong. We're strong guys, and that's it. And we're big, and he's one of the best. I mean, these are the same people that look at somebody like Mick and say, "Oh, he's the best there ever is, there ever was," and so it's just weird. There's a stigma against big guys, and especially if they don't necessarily fit your description of what a big guy is supposed to look like. Am I making sense?
That makes perfect sense. And first off, let me say I'm not trying to come across you in a dark alley. I no, I'm that's intimidating. And I've seen some of your professional pictures from when you were wrestling, and no, I'm good. You, I'm not trying to come across that
you know
because it's very the way that you're built is very intimidating. But I guess there you're right. There is that stigma, and I guess that is what I'm seeing so often. I don't know if it's the same for men as it is for women of how that body is supposed to look.
A lot of people have this preconceived notion because of the way things are now on television. You have very few people that necessarily look like me that are, doing big things because they're always looking for that picturesque, what they think is a picturesque body of a chiseled, look and so forth. And to be completely honest, I mean, those are the guys that just don't necessarily even make it very far. It's all about the personality in wrestling. You know what I mean? You can teach a tin can how to wrestle, but you can't teach a tin can to have personality. You know what I
That is
mean?
true.
So the fact is that in the wrestling industry, you really it shouldn't make a difference your body shape, because as long as you're able to work, and handle yourself and handle business in the ring. But again, people look and like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, it is what it is. I've gotten it before. I really don't. It doesn't phase me because I know who I am. I know what I've done, and I know what I've accomplished. And it's very interesting. How things change over the years. You know what I mean? Now people are a little more. I guess. They're a little bit it's a little bit easier to get certain gigs with the weight. I'm not talking about wrestling, I'm talking about entertainment in general now.
Hmm.
Because guys like Jack Black, and people like him, or Melissa McCarthy, or you know what I mean. They're trying to help to break the standards of how an actor or a comedian or somebody should be. But although it is sad that for the most part, in order to get the opportunity to do such a thing, they had to play characters like the funny fat guy or the funny fat girl. You know what I mean?
Yep,
What's
the
what's
comedic sidekick.
right? What's her name? The one from I can't believe I'm blanking out on her name. The blonde one. She's
Played Fat Amy.
yes, yes. But
I
what's
know exactly who you're thinking about, and I can't think of her name right now.
but you know what I'm talking about, like
Yes.
somebody like her, who's she's very talented, but in order for her to get the shine she needed, she had to play the big fun fat friend, or the what I mean. It's like, all right, well, like, have your people could play the lead roles as well. And it's just it's gotten a little bit better, but it's never going to be, what I mean, 100% in my eyes, because people still will go after the thin, beautiful lead rather than somebody who and somebody who they feel is going to sell tickets, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
or sell merchandise, as opposed to taking a chance on somebody who may not. And somebody like a Melissa McCarthy, is heavy. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful woman. And the fact is that big people are beautiful too. It doesn't matter your body, the body that you're in. You should feel comfortable in it, and you should feel beautiful in it, and you should feel good about yourself, and you should do your best to be healthy. That's the key. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, it's how you feel on the inside that counts.
One
um
hundred percent.
so, again, there's so many different people out there with different, they do say derogatory things. When people want to hate on me, they can't really hate on me, because I do a ton of different, things that,
Right?
it's there. It's, you know what I mean? But they do it anyway. And what's the first thing that they jump to when people want to talk smack about me? They'll talk about my weight. Okay, but I'm still doing the things I'm doing. So what, like,
Exactly.
so,
Now, I am seeing a lot on TikTok, especially, where it is becoming more
Mhm.
accepting of weight and
Okay.
of people putting themselves out there, both men and women, and showing that extra skin. Is that something that you're noticing anywhere?
Yeah, people are doing that. I've seen a lot of people that I know that are doing that personally. And just not caring. But to be honest, these are the same people that didn't care to begin with. These are, they it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like it's like saying to somebody who is in the LBGTQ, area, like, okay, well, are you being a little gayer now? Like, no, I've always been like this, you know what I mean? And the people that have always been like that, are always going to be like that. Somebody doesn't just decide, all right, well, I'm going to come out of the closet and tell their truth and then be like, woo. I mean, that's just not the way it is. People that are secure in themselves are out there and they're being themselves, and that's one thing that people that are of that are heavier, and have a bigger physique, you know they should be looking at people like the LGBTQ, grouping of people, because they're out there, they're loud and they're proud. That's their big thing. They're loud and they're proud. Well, we're big and we're beautiful. You know what I mean? That's how you should put it out there. And again, I hope I'm making sense, and I'm trying to be very respectful of them, and I hope I'm not coming off the wrong way.
Oh no, I don't think so at all. I One thing that I'm noticing though, and I notice it even within myself, seeing so many people that are in bigger bodies really embracing the fact that they are big, they are taking that extra space, and they just don't give a fuck about it,
Yeah.
has really encouraged me. Um, it got me to a point, honestly, where I actually bought a bikini and did a photo shoot in it,
Oh
which
wow.
for me was a moment in and of itself. Like, it took me 3 days just to push a button to buy it.
Uh-huh.
And to put it on was terrifying. But it was also, by the time I did the photo shoot and was done, it was so liberating.
Oh, of course. Of
Like,
course.
I couldn't believe I hadn't done it sooner.
Mm.
And so when my husband and I went to Vegas, we ended up not having time to go to the pool, but I had that bikini pack. That's the only swimsuit I packed
Mm-hmm.
because I had
Mm-hmm.
every intention of wearing it. Just didn't have time because
Absolutely.
it's Vegas.
And it is, and the thing is I don't know if you've noticed, one of the big things that's hard for me sometimes is just simply on body shape, certain areas of me. I'm not even necessarily that round around, but my back is just shaped in a different manner, and it's hard for me to get clothes. It's hard to get clothes, and especially in entertainment, where you have to look the part and be the part
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. Sometimes it's difficult to just get clothes that look cool, or that are fun to do in shoots, and you know what I mean. Some people don't even carry the large sizes sometimes, and again, I'm not huge. I got very broad shoulders. I have a big body. I have a barrel chest. And, for me, a lot of the times, even if things are cut short, cut small rather, even a 2XL is cut small, and, I need something that's bigger, that's going to fit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very difficult to find. There's certain companies that have them, certain that will do special things for me, like that I work with or I deal with. I have a company that does stuff for me there out of Manhattan, and they take my jeans and they'll, work them out to make it look like cool looking jeans, rather than, you see some of these skinny guys, they're walking around the coolest jeans ever. I'm going, what the hell, man? You got to make that in a larger size. And
Exactly. And that's what I love about there is a fashion model. She's primarily on Instagram, Saucy West,
mhm,
who has started the fight for inclusivity,
mhm,
getting these clothing brands to really be size inclusive, truly size inclusive, not a 5X that's actually comparable to a 2X, but a legit 5X, and include these larger bodies as their fit models,
mhm.
because that is a huge problem for men and women of just being able to find clothes that fit properly, that are not, and I use a woman's body as a, comparison in my head because that's what I shop for. I don't want to wear a muumuu.
Right.
I don't want, that's not what I want to wear. I don't want to wear these floral prints. or the
Right.
cold shoulder.
Right.
And that's all they seem to make for larger bodies at this point.
Right. Yeah, it is unfortunate. On the men's side, you can find um, more of an option to a certain extent. And again, I'm in the 2XL, sometimes 3XL range. Sometimes I'm just extra large. It all depends on what company you're dealing with. And it is what it is. I am trying to be healthier. I am trying to eat better. I'm finally back in the gym, so I can try to kind of get myself back down to feeling better. But it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable in the body that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I just feel that you need to feel better, you need to be healthy, and health has to come first. So and that's where I'm at. Like I've been fortunate to find clothes that I can wear, and to find companies that I can work with that of course I'm in my position, you know what I mean, where I can say, hey, would you want to do something with me, and yada yada yada. So like not everybody has the luxury of doing that. But like I've been fortunate enough to find companies that I can fit me. But even if I lost my gut, you know what I mean, my belly, I'm still broad on top. I'm
I was
still a
thinking, you're still a
I'm
big
still a
guy.
big guy. You know what I mean? So even if I lost 50 pounds, I'm still a big guy. And I still want to be able to wear things that are going to fit properly and look nice and so forth. And I think it's so difficult to find, anything that is, you know, really nice, or you know what I mean, something that's, unless it's custom made. I mean, like I work with Brooks Brothers, or I did for quite some time, and I have all custom made stuff. But once you gain a couple of pounds or you lose a couple of pounds, you got to go and get something new again because it
Hmm.
doesn't fit. So it is what it is. Problems.
So, through your entire career,
Mhm.
which is just massive, what has been the best thing that you've done?
Um, I mean, I love everything equally. I've done a lot of really cool things, and to be completely honest, I mean, the best thing that I've ever done is my family. You know what I mean? And that might sound like a cliche answer, but of all the things, bringing life into this world is the biggest thing. And yeah, I bring a lot of characters to life. I've done a lot of things, and but my playing the role of dad and playing the role of husband, that's the most important to me. If I had to give it up all up tomorrow, you know what I mean, for my family, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like there so and the reason why I do it is for my family. So you've got to put it all in perspective. Everything is fun, and the reason why I've done a lot of different things is because I've always wanted to do a lot of different things. um, I've always wanted to do things that I've dreamed of. So, anything that interests me, I'll do it. So do I love one thing more than the next? No, I love them all equally. Um, Even project, it's like, yeah, I might like one a little bit more than the other, but they're all fun to put together.
So, what's been the hardest?
What's been the hardest? Physically demanding. The wrestling was very physically demanding. And it took a while to kind of get used to it. And but once I did, I mean, I think I did a pretty decent job at it, and I had a nice run. Wrestling was a lot of work, and it's hard on the knees, it's hard on your body structure. Your body changes from wrestling. If you've watched anybody who gets into the business from their beginning until now, you'll notice that their backs wind up getting much bigger, much wider, from all the bumping, falling on your back. And it's just physically demanding and mentally draining, dealing with the politics and some people in it. Again, being in my body, and my shape, you know some people don't want to support you the way they would, where in terms of somebody that they think would be a better option. So that's been one of the hardest things in my career. But to be completely blunt, I still made waves. I still did my thing, and I still, held championships all over the country and out of the country. So I think I did all right.
I
Um,
definitely would agree.
thank you, thank you.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I had some of my coworkers, some of my people that I told them you were going to be on the show, and they geeked out.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
they were on it. So this was huge. One final question:
Sure.
if you could give one piece of advice to every bigger guy out there, what would it be?
It's more or less the same thing I would say to anybody. Don't take no for an answer. It's and that goes for whether you're a small guy, a big guy, a white guy, a black guy, a Spanish guy, an Asian guy. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Don't take no for an answer. You are good. You yourself are good enough. You always have to feel that you are good enough, and you have to know that you're good enough. Take yourself to the limit. Make sure you push that limit, push that envelope, bust your hump. Make sure that you put every step forward that you can in order to succeed, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody tell you no, because guess what? If I could do it, you could do it. End of story. I'm a regular guy. I might, I have a bigger persona. You know what I mean? I might have been around for a lot longer. But I put in my work and I put in my time. You know what I mean? And if I can do it, so can you. And it's not just for big guys or big ladies. It's for anybody. You know what I mean?
I absolutely love that. I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to be making a little Canva of it with your picture. Definitely putting that on the page because that I love that that was your answer. I love really the power that that statement has because I think so often we do take that no and it's kind of like in sales they say three no's and a go. We hear that word no and it stops us.
Hmm.
And so really focusing on that of the not taking that no, regardless of who you are, what you look like, if it's something you want, push for it is huge.
Right.
So thank you for that.
No, listen, it's not even there's no need to even thank me for it because it's just common knowledge, Kim. It's common knowledge. People just need to be told. That's it. People
I
just need
think
to be
that's what
told.
it is because we don't think about it. We
Right.
don't, and I think a lot of it does have to do with that stigma in society that we're told so much what we're supposed to do, what we can do,
Right.
and so not allowing societal standards to stop us is huge.
Yeah. It really comes down to the fact that you've gotta believe in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe in you. That's it. You can't rely on anybody but yourself. It is what it is. In terms of when you're reaching for the stars, yes, you need a good support system, so a good husband or wife at home, or boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody that could be your rock. But you've got to put the work in yourself because nobody's going to do it for you. So you've got to do the work, and every door that you have to open, every rock that you have to pick up and turn over, you have to do it. And you got, even if doors get slammed in your face or the rocks get thrown at you, you still have to learn to take no and wear it as a badge of honor and keep moving forward. Because guess what, baby? You're big. That ain't gonna hurt you. Ain't gonna hurt you.
See, this is why I follow this man on Clubhouse and everywhere else, guys. Truth bombs and mic drops everywhere. Every time I hear this man on Clubhouse, this is what I hear. And you inspire me every single time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
Every
appreciate
time. So if somebody wants to listen to your podcast, where do they find it?
Well, you can go to thegrindhouseradio.com. We're on iHeartRadio and over 30 other networks syndicated worldwide. What do you call it? You could also catch it on my official website, therealbrimstone.com. You can find out anything you need to know about me on there, as well as if you go to what do you call it? You can go to the media section. You can listen to and find all the vodcasts. You can find all the podcasts. Everything's there. I do the Grindhouse Radio. I do the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I do what do you call it? Truly Inconsequential. You know what I mean? Within Brimstone. So there's a lot to really get in there and have some fun with. So hopefully you'll check it out.
Well, and I'm gonna say I've been going to Within Brimskin like from the beginning and binging it. You guys, you got to. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. We have fun with it. You know, it's just my rant show. You know, try to have a good time with it and just be silly and it is what it is, man. You don't create for other people, you create for yourself and eventually your people will find you.
Exactly, exactly. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule
I
to
appreciate
come
it.
on my show. This has been such an honor for me to have you here. So thank you.
Honor and a privilege. It is all mine, all mine. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. And what do you call it? Thanks so much for spending the time. I know you're busy and you've got other things going on. So please take care of yourself. That's more important.
I definitely will. I think the rest of my day today is laundry and a meeting and rest. That's my whole day.
There you go. There you go.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to be back next week with another amazing guest. Brim, it has been awesome having you here again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You guys have a great week, and I'll see you later.